Hi, and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again! It's been a while since I saw you last, and I'm gonna make sure to throw a little life update clip at the end of this video. But in the meantime, my name is Tess Lark, and today I'm going to show you how you can make some super cute DIY floral pumpkins for some DIY fall home decor. This project is really great, especially if you want to try it with kids who are maybe a little bit too young to be carving pumpkins, but you still want to make something fun and festive. I also think little mini floral pumpkins could be a great addition to your Thanksgiving centerpieces. And as always, I'll have all of the materials that I use for this project linked in the description down below. So if you're wanting to try this for yourself, all of that information will be down there for you. I picked up 2 white pumpkins from my local grocery store, and I went ahead and I washed them really well and dried them. And I'll also be using some Mod Podge, paintbrushes, and also some pressed flowers that I got off of Amazon. And I've actually got a couple videos on here showing you how you can press flowers yourself. So I'll make sure to link one of those in the description as well, so you can check them out once you're done with this video. But just to save some time, I went ahead and ordered some flowers that are already pressed and separated out by color. I'm going to start out by giving my Mod Podge a good shake just to make sure that it's really nice and mixed up. And Mod Podge is just a water-based sealer, glue, and finish. It's super versatile and really great for lots of different crafting projects. But I'm just going to pour a little bit of this into a small container, and then I'm going to use my paintbrush to paint some of that Mod Podge onto the pumpkin where I want to lay my pressed flowers. And starting with a little bit of greenery, I'm going to just press that greenery into where I've laid my Mod Podge and then make a thin layer of Mod Podge on top of that. I found the flowers to be a little bit more difficult to get to stick down because they're a little bit thicker than the leaves are, so it took a little bit more effort to get the flowers to stick down. I thought it was helpful to kind of let it get a little bit more tacky and then go back and layer some more Mod Podge on the top of it, especially the center of the flowers where there's that really thick piece. It just took a little bit more love and attention to get it to stick. But you'll see like some of these more paper-like flowers are a lot easier to get to just lay down really flat onto the pumpkin. It's also the easiest to get your pieces to stick on the flattest surfaces of the pumpkin. So as you could see in the beginning of that clip, I kind of went back to the top of the pumpkin where it's a little bit more rounded out just to get that flower to lay down a little bit more flat. A little bit difficult to keep these still. You really do want to use one hand to hold it in place and then the other hand to get your Mod Podge onto there, but I just didn't want to obstruct the view from the camera, so please excuse my hands in these shots. I've been seeing this craft popping up all over social media in little reel clips and on TikTok in just these little like 6-second shorts, and they look really easy to do. And full transparency, I'm going to tell you guys that this is a bit of a tedious project. It's really fun to do if you like these sort of tedious crafts, but it does take a little bit of time and energy. I have this footage sped up just for the sake of time, but really you do want to take your time because all of the little components on the leaves and the flowers, they're really brittle because they are dried. So you want to make sure that you're not putting too much pressure to where you're going to crack or break off any part of your plants, and you get a really nice and clean design. All that being said, this is definitely a really fun and satisfying project, and I think the end result is super cute. It's also a safe project to do with kids that are maybe too young to be carving pumpkins or handling knives, so that's also really nice if you've got little ones in the house and still want to do a fun, festive holiday craft together. With Thanksgiving coming up, I think that this would be a great idea, especially the mini pumpkins, to put in the centerpieces for your Thanksgiving spread. And I'd love to know in the comments below if you have any plans for the holiday season. Are you going anywhere for Thanksgiving? Do you have any holiday traditions that you like to do with your family? Leave me a comment and let me know. My parents recently moved to Texas within the last year, so my husband, my son, and I will be traveling there over the holiday season. It'll be our first time visiting, and I'm really excited to see them. For the smaller pumpkin, I decided to use some more purple colors, and I just added a little bit more Mod Podge to my container. And once again, just adding some greenery first, and don't be afraid to kind of cut the greens or the flowers to make them fit your project, and also really make this project your own. I think that other flowers that could be really good for this project would be things like pansies or other flowers that lay really flat. You also don't need to worry too much about finding pumpkins that are perfectly perfect. For example, there's a little bit of some scratches on both of my pumpkins, but I'm just going to use some leaves and flowers and some of that greenery, so you're not really going to be able to see them once the project is complete. I'd also love to hear from you guys what projects or crafts you're making this year, what you're excited to make, or what you've made so far that you're really excited about. I'd love to know what's inspiring you these days, so let me know in the comments down below. But I'm just going to go ahead and continue to layer my greens and my flowers until I'm happy with the pattern on my pumpkin. And once again, it is a little bit difficult because the smaller pumpkin is definitely more rounded, so I found that it's kind of easiest to have the flowers and the greenery mostly around the top and kind of the bottom of the pumpkin, where it's a little bit more flat and easier to get the pieces to adhere. And once again, kind of letting the Mod Podge get a little bit tacky for those thicker pieces to get them to really lay down nice and flat. For the larger pumpkin, I wanted to go a little bit more minimal and just have it a little bit more sparse and spread out to see what that looked like. But for the smaller one, I decided to really load that up with flowers and greenery. And it's been a while, but Poe, the little craft cat, says hello. She's sitting down by my legs and asking when we're gonna have lunch. Oh, but I really wanted to show you, so you can see clearly here where there's all of these scratches in this pumpkin, and I'm just gonna take some flowers and greens and really focus some of that greenery on that space to cover up those scratches. You can also wait for your first layer of Mod Podge to dry completely and then layer some more greenery and flowers right on top of that if you want even fuller coverage, like I'm doing here with this little flower on top of these greens, again to cover some of those scratches towards the bottom of my pumpkin. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep repeating that process, layering down my flowers and my greenery on my pumpkin until I'm happy with the way that it's looking and how everything is working together, paying special attention to any little blemishes or scratches on the pumpkin that I want to cover up, and just enjoying the process, making sure that I've got everything placed the way that I want it to be. And once I'm happy with how my pumpkins are looking, I'm going to go ahead and set them off to the side and let them dry completely until they're completely dry to the touch and the Mod Podge is no longer tacky. Alright, so our pumpkins are all finished up. The Mod Podge is completely dry, so you can see here, you can touch these and they're not going to shift around or fall off at all. They're looking so cute, and I think that they're going to be a great addition to our table for Thanksgiving this year. I mean, look how cute! And I covered up a lot of the rotting part with some flowers and some greenery, and overall, these pumpkins are just absolutely adorable. I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Great, so a quick life update. It has been a couple months since I posted anything here, and that's because I got married at the end of the summer, and then after that we went on a little honeymoon. Overall, the experience was just absolutely beautiful, and I'm so happy with the way that everything came together in the end. It was so special having all of our friends and family from out of town, from in town, from different stages in our lives, all being together in the same place and sharing this super special moment with us. But I've also really missed posting here and my community that we're building here. Before I took a little break, I was really trying to hit 4,000 subscribers, and coming back and seeing that we've not only hit that number but surpassed it means so much to me. So thank you guys so much for showing up to my videos and leaving me comments. I do read every single one of your comments, and I'm planning to get back to them. Life has just been so busy in the best possible way lately, but I will be responding soon. I'm also not quite ready to go back on a weekly schedule, but I do have a couple projects that I'm really excited to share with you guys, so I'm gonna finish those up, get them edited, and I will be posting them soon. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending part of your day with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!